Hello and welcome to the GBR Life vlog. I'm Caitlin and this week we are discussing Sked Social. Before I get into this social media management tool, I first wanted to mention, if you are interested in taking the guesswork out of life by finding out about reviews and parenting hacks, you've come to the right place. On GBR Life, I talk about those very subjects here on my vlog with a post every Sunday night. But there's so much more to GBR Life, aka Good Bad Real Life. With a blog, podcast, and this vlog, you'll never run out of content. There's also some awesome clothing to keep you comfy and stylish called Mama Koala. And if you want to check out any of this, links are below in the description box. Ready for Sked Social? Right after my intro. Let's get into it. You know who I am and what GBR Life is all about, let's discuss what Sked Social is all about. I will be showing you inside of Sked Social later on in this video, so stay tuned for the fun ahead. And be sure to keep watching in order to figure out if Sked Social is right for you, as usual. Especially this multifaceted tool that may be the answer to all of your social media needs. And here's why. Sked Social, with the options to post on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Google Business, YouTube, and Pinterest. Sked Social has thought of most of the places people would want to work the most as both an entrepreneur and a social media manager. But they have also thought of the other social media locations that most of us don't. Places like WeChat, Twitch, Spotify, Tumblr, WhatsApp, Viber, Line, and email campaigns from places like MailChimp, which means Sked Social has thought of everything when it comes to social media management. And within Sked Social, they include the library, Zapier integration, Chrome extension, templates, feed planner, calendar, bulk posting, upcoming posts, drafts, archive, and insights to get you working in an organized but much more efficient manner. They also allow for tracking of these posts with UTM parameters set up for each account that you happen to be working on. So if you happen to be tracking how your content is doing, you can source where people are coming from and how well each account and each post is doing with ease. And as I mentioned earlier, you can also check on the insights of each account you connect as well. So you get an overall and detailed opportunity to see what works and what doesn't. Isn't that the most important? Great options, right? Well, let's take a look at what it costs for all of this. And I must preface this by saying that I'm on the trial right now because the costs here are high. When you start with the fundamentals options, you can pay only $25 a month with one user, one Instagram account, 2 Twitter and Pinterest accounts, Google pages, and up to 10 Facebook pages. And you can have a visual Instagram planner, advanced Instagram auto posting, first comment, hashtags, location tags, and user tags within Instagram. Auto posting is also an option for Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Google My Business, and LinkedIn. And you can also get the Instagram and Facebook analytics. So a very Instagram-centric environment with fundamentals. Now, with the Essentials plan at $75 a month, yes, I said 75, and yes, that is a huge price jump. But you do get more with unlimited users, 3 Instagram accounts, 6 Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and 10 Facebook pages. You will have all of the fundamental options and so much more. More like competitor tracking and analytics for Instagram, and the content library and asset management source content from Instagram, and hashtags, and of course auto posting on Instagram, but with the option of the product tags and that Zapier integration. That's a big jump. But it gets even bigger as we get into the professional at $135 a month. With the options, you can get everything from fundamentals and essentials, along with the post statuses and approval workflows, unlimited users with all of this work, internal user comments to communicate with your team, dedicated customer support, and don't worry, you get more Instagram accounts to use as well. 5 accounts, or up to 10 total. So now that you know how great but also expensive this tool is, let's take a look inside and see how great it can actually be. Okay, so here we are inside of Sked Social. It's not complicated. The first thing you're going to see is basically just you connecting into accounts. Not complicated to figure out exactly what you're going to be connecting into. It is all of the things that are all of the specific social media platforms that I mentioned earlier in this video. So when you want to add an account, it's as simple as going over here and selecting add account, and you will see that you have the option to go ahead and add whatever account it is that you're looking for. Now you can see that there's a social media ad of 6 out of 6 that I've already added, and then there's the opportunity to do your notification channels, TikTok, Snapchat, and others. So you do have that limit depending on the pricing that you choose, but this is a great way to kind of see what it looks like when you've hit your max. In my case that I have in my trial for the Essentials pricing plan. Now, I will say that because this is such a big Instagram tool, you will probably want to use this in particular for your Instagram account, so you want to make sure that it works. And in that, we do see that there is a professional profile, the business profile, or your personal profile. So if you are selecting that, those are 2 different accounts, and that is what you would be adding. And that is something that would be the case for many people out there who have both a business and personal, but maybe you want to promote on both or just one, or maybe it is a client's account that you are dealing with both business and personal. So this is a very good option to be able to, in a way, to add a few more accounts to your list. Now let's get into what Sked Social can actually do. When you are adding accounts, one of the first things I should also mention, it's not a first thing because I'm saying also mention, is that the Instagram option is something that means you have to actually give them your password in order for them to get into it. Yes, you will have to provide a bit more personal information than just automatically connecting. But this is a legitimate website and it is for safekeeping. They do not save that information, so it is much more safe than many things out there. But once you do give all that information and you have everything the way you want it, this is what it's going to look like as you are adding each account. You see display name, account grouping. I mean, really, there's just a lot of different things here that seem very minuscule, but in reality, they're quite large. Like, for example, the UTM tags. Very important when you are doing campaigns. Where is the source coming from? Those people that are actually clicking on or engaging with the things that you are creating out in the social media platforms. Where are these people coming from, and where are your where's your business or your whatever it is that you're doing growing from? And things like the UTM tags give you that information. But the other thing that you can see over here is that the queue is disabled, and you have to enable it for all of them. You're going to be filling out all this information here in order to successfully create each account ready to go for either your client or your business or your personal use, for you to get that schedule the way that you want. So you have to create that queue. And the thing that I do like is that, okay, so I'm clicked specifically on the YouTube, but they do also provide suggestions as to what time you should actually post based off of that platform. So if I were to go over to, because I don't like this as an example since there is no option for that, but if I go over to the Instagram post, well, actually, right now they're trying to log me in, so that's not going to work. Let me go over to Twitter and let's see if I can go ahead enable the queue. Well, I don't see it here, but it does come up for Instagram. Unfortunately, I'm unable to show it to you at this time as they are logging me in at this exact moment. but it would show just a specific time right over here and tell you that this is the best time and the best day to post. So it does take some of the guesswork out of that, and that is based off of best practices that they have done studies on. So once you get all of your accounts perfectly created and queued as to when you want posts to be created, you can go over here and start checking out a few other things like the library. Now, of course, I did mention these sections before, but I will go over them just real quick again. Library, templates, planner, calendar, bulk create posts, upcoming, drafts, archive, insights, link in bio, social accounts, so you can select and go back into all those accounts again, the users and settings. Now, let's go over into library, because it does have a lot more inside there, like the hashtag search, creators, Zapier, Chrome extension, and stock images, which means, and creating a collection, which means that you have so much more you can actually store right inside of Sked Social. Of course, there's probably the storage amount depending on what type of plan you're choosing, but it is wonderful to be able to store things right inside there like images, so you don't have to try and go someplace else to get the image and make it work by saving it on your computer, because you'll be able to use this, for example, on your phone and it's already there, or back on the website and it's already there. There's convenience in having it stored directly on the website. The hashtag search is also great because of the fact that you can decide on what you are going to use for your hashtags, and it's going to be based off of, again, best practices. What are people actually viewing? So searches are great. It kind of takes the guesswork out of the research for you, because the research is right here inside of a social media management tool. So they're going to be thinking about these social media platforms that you're using. Creators, if you have a team. Zapier is a tool to help for automation, so it is wonderful. It's definitely something to look into how they integrate that. And the Chrome extension is so that you are able to get those images directly from any website or anywhere that you're going, so that's nice as well. And then they have their own stock images. If we go into templates, it doesn't have anything on mine, but this is where when you create a template, you can save that template to use again for other time frames. The planner is wonderful because it will show you, this is my Instagram, and yes, you are currently looking inside of my Instagram, and yes, they are not fully logged in, but part of that is because they are trying to make sure that they can log in themselves in order to do the post on a scheduled basis. They themselves, the team behind Sked Social, will go in and deal with Instagram, which is why there's a few more options with Instagram, and I'll get into that shortly. But this allows you to kind of create posts, import posts, and do more with these posts in the way that you kind of already see Instagram as it is, which is nice. But you can do it for more than just Instagram. Now, this is the only thing that's coming up, but there are going to be a few other options depending on what you put in for, like those notifications or other social media apps. Okay, on calendar, you will see I don't have anything scheduled because this again is a trial, and really I just did this because I wanted to show all of you, but you would be able to see exactly what was scheduled right here, and based off of, and I'm going to go back for a moment to the social accounts and show you that you can see there's an account color, and you see, like, for example, this is yellow. So if I went over to the calendar again, you would see the yellow color is saying that is what the social media platform that is going to be posting at that time. So you can, it's all color coded, which is very nice. You can bulk create a post the same way you would in a lot of other platforms, social media platforms. But what's nice about Sked Social is, for example, Instagram, you can do the carousel image post, you can do a story, a reel, yes, a reel or an Instagram post. You can do a video for, it says GIF as well, for a regular post or going into something more specific. And again, just that regular singular image. How nice is that? Not a lot of other social media management platforms have those options, which is huge. Now, if you have the basic fundamentals option, you are not going to get the same opportunity with Instagram. You do need to get at least, or is it essentials and then you get fundamentals? You do need to go and get the one that is $75 option. That is the option that you have to get at a minimum in order to do a lot of these things in Instagram. So if you were thinking about this for Instagram, please be sure that you are getting the higher $75 or above plan. Okay, and of course you select as you are posting. And you can drop and drag files from there. So if you have something very quick to post, you can go ahead and do that. It's not going to be complicated. And then you can see what is coming up or what is in drafts that you started to do. Anything that you have archived. I want you to see that. Again, there's nothing here because I haven't done any of that, but that's basically what it is. Your insights, and the insights are going to be per account. So if I go into my insights, let's go ahead and look at my Instagram. Okay, it looks like I've reached 2,000 people, but my engagement has gone down and I only have 7 new followers in the past 7 days, which is 50% down, so that's not great, but now I know that. And of course, as I'm going into things, I can see a little bit more, including what my hashtags are, who my audience is, what the content is. You see, this is very, very good to give you the type of information to know what people are actually looking at and why. So you can continue to post as you need to. So as a social media manager, you don't have to really try and figure it out for your client. This is already kind of doing it for you, and then you just have to use your magic to make it better. And if you are a small business, kind of the same thing, and you don't have the time for it, but Sked Social does, and so they make it work for you. Okay, and then link in bio. So this is something I did not touch on, but I'm excited to show you. I already actually have it up, and here it is. So basically what this is like a link tree or a Bio FM or a Solo 2, any of those places that you create your buttons and have a place to go, and it's just that one link to place in your bio, but it is all attached to your Sked Social account. So why is this great? Obviously, if you're already doing everything with your social media and you are making everything as connected as possible, to have all of those links also connected to your Sked Social account, it makes it so much easier for you to not have to worry about the extra detail of going to a whole other location to make this happen. But this is only part of the $75 plan. So you can't pay $25 for that. You do need to pay at least $75 in order to get that opportunity to have the additional link in bio, basically. And that's what it's called, link in bio. But it is a good idea to utilize it if you are doing that, because it does make life so much easier. Okay, so that is basically what it looks like inside of Sked Social. But before I leave, I'm going to just show you real quick. You can also, if you want to, create a singular post just by selecting create post, and really that's it. You just kind of use it the same way. Again, a lot of these other systems, you would just put your caption in, your media, the URL to wherever it is you're trying to get people to go. In this case, there's a title, a video, because we are selected on the YouTube account. So let me get off of that and actually put in, because I think it's a lot easier when people talk about like Facebook or Instagram for posting, because there's a lot of regular singular post that way. And here you see caption and first comment. It's huge for social media. You definitely want to put that first comment. Again, there's your URL. You want to add that location, user tags, and this is the other part that was very big. So if you have an e-commerce store and you are trying to add the tag for your products that you are selling within Instagram, this is one of the only social media management tools that I'm aware of that allows you to do that within their platform and not right inside of Instagram. So this is huge. You can do product tags in Sked Social. Again, this is from the $75 plan and up. Okay, so that was everything truly inside of Sked Social. Let's talk again on the other side. Was that all you could want and more? Are you ignoring the price tag and just going along with what you saw? Sked Social isn't like just another social media management tool because it's made for the full-time social media manager and the small business owner who knows marketing is a huge part of the success of a business. Do you have any questions about Sked Social? Comment those questions below. Or are you interested in another review of another product or tool? Let me know with a comment and I will review it for you. And if you're interested in reviews like this, check out my other reviews like this one. That's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to discuss Hootsuite, another social media management tool that many of you know, but not everybody uses. So be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon so you will be notified when the next awesome video comes out that may help you in your daily life and your business. But you don't have to wait until next week because with all of my content on gbrlife.com and the clothing line that can keep you comfortable and fashionable called Mama Koala, you don't have to be without GBR Life in your life.